Excuse me. All right. Welcome back, everyone. It's been a while. I've been sick. I'm still a little bit under the weather. My son's actually sick, and the only reason why I'm able to start early today is because he fell asleep early. Um, if he wakes up, though, I'm subject to have to go watch after him. This list I threw together last night, or very similar list to this, and Eldritch Evolution is a card I've been testing now out of the sideboard now in the main deck for about a week. It started as a sideboard card because I was already playing Fiend Artisan, and you know between Opposition Agent, Magus of the Moon, and Archon of Emeria, um, I liked how Eldritch Evolution against those matchups speeds up the clock a full turn, right? Like you don't have to wait for Fiend Artisan, and that just means, especially on the play, you have a lot more keepable hands. Gak got cut, and I'll get to that in a second. So what I realized was this is an extremely good card against combo. Like we're already playing the prerequisite number of one drops in the deck, which is I guess 11 dorks, right? And you want to jump 1 to 3, and you have the range to jump from your dork to Magus to Archon to Agent, whatever it may be. The problem is this card, like at the time, I found to be a little bit lacking in fair matchups. Like if we weren't able to turn on Gak, it's not the not the card I really want to draw in fair matchups. Now, fast forward to yesterday. Actually, Happy New Year, Lunar New Year, everyone. Today is the first day of new Lunar New Year. Yesterday, I had the idea we could make evolution better by cheating in Abhorrent Oculus, which is a card I've had played against me out of two decks specifically, more so Stifle Knot and a little bit of like Grixis. I didn't know this, but I guess I'm not surprised that this card sees apparently a lot of play in Modern, but Modern had no influence over this. And really, this is all because I wanted Evolution to be a good card and realized you can just cheat into this and not have to play the additional cost of exiling or delving six, right? And wow, did it impress me. Like I brainstormed a list. Like I started with only one copy and just like, two evolutions. And I thought, do we even need natural order? I want to just like test it to the max. And I just cut natural order, played a list that had four evolutions last night, and just cheating into Oculus via evolution or Fiend Artisan. And it is just nuts. Now, last night's list did not have the Webstrike Elite. I'm just testing that tonight because if this is real, and I think it is, Grafdigger's Cage is the problem. Now, I wanted to build in the immunity to Grafdigger's Cage early and essentially be two steps ahead of the game. Whether this is worth it or not, I don't know. I already know what it looks like without it, and I was sold after like one match. To be honest, last night I went 4-1 in my league last night, and the one loss was because I just mulled to five and just drew really poorly that matchup. But actually, I played against matches where natural order would have been welcomed. I just didn't feel like I really needed it because Oculus is just really, really good. Now, I'm playing the website elite, and something has to go. I figured I don't know if I want to draw two evolutions because I have to sack two things, but I don't know. I'm not sure. We're gonna try it. I figured more creatures is better, so we'll see how that works out. But yeah, I had an extra spare slot because of the Sylvan Safekeep. I cut a second Sylvan Safekeeper. I cut Eldritch Evolution, but we'll see how that plays out. Enough about that. The list I played last night. Let me see if I can bring it up. What did I play last night? I had the fourth evolution, and there was another card, and I actually had endurance as main. So let me see. I played a rampaging Yao Guai that I cut. Whatever that's worth. What's the gag explanation? Oh, good question. So I wanted to just play Oculus and see how that was. So I just cut it. Also, it's 2 slots instead of 3. I don't need to play the intermediate like Fierce Empath. Also, I just wanted to like ignore Leyline of the Void completely. 4 land hands. That's almost always a mulligan for me. Ugh. What is with? Why can't I just have normal hands? Oh my god. I think this is a mole too. Sadly, we're gonna keep this, but like I don't love it. Um, man, I think we bottomed the. Actually, it's weird. I think in this situation, it's the once. I think I like. Yeah, I think it's this. I don't. I rarely will. I rarely will bottom once upon a time, but I think my best route to victory is with a protected wild reliquary. So I don't want to leave that to chance because I'm on a 5 already, and I just don't like with the 5. What am I trying to see with a once upon a time? The only thing that can make it better is like a fetch land, but I think that's like marginal. I think I want to guarantee like go white. 50 years. Okay, they did that. That's annoying, but whatever. I was hoping they let that go because they have plow in their hand, and they like I super punished him with safekeeper. It might still work out for us. I didn't miss it yesterday for whatever reason. Yeah, like I said, it's 3 cards versus 2, and I didn't want to be like full rely on the graveyard. That's pretty good. Let's take that meteor sword out of here. Um, yeah. It might. I think we're pretty ahead. Might be game. We draw Oculus. I mean, we draw another land. It's probably game. Actually, they're probably gonna Bowmasters us here, but that's fine. What are we pitching here? The basic, just in case. I think. Uh, actually, am I supposed to like let that Bowmasters resolve? That might have been a mistake, actually, which is rare, but okay. That yeah. I think I let that resolve, and then I get a wild reliquary. I still have 2 threats on board. Yeah, so I misplayed there. I know, right? Yeah, I didn't think it through, and I'm just like autopilot into the save the Sylvan safekeeper. I mean, maybe it still works out anyways, but like then I get 2 threats, and then I don't think they can beat that. But See, now I'm in trouble, right? Because but yeah, I definitely punted this game. I think I let them have the safekeeper there, and then I get a wild real quick. Okay, yeah, see, and I still have two threats. Now I can't do anything. Fetch land here would be really good. Two cards. Do I get a fiend? I don't have anything fiend into is the thing. It is. They kept on top. That's scary. Um, I think let that go because I want to Oculus next turn. Let's get the Arbor here. Oh, that is dumb. That is really dumb. It really is. I think I just flip it now. They could have swords. Yeah, let's do it now. That's I didn't even play like well there, but it's really dumb. It's really dumb. All right. This is like usually a back to basics deck. What did we see? Stoneforge Mystic, Bowmasters. I think I like Thoughtseize better than Snuff Out here. I know they're like a Felia deck potentially, but I think like Snuff Out has a downside. Like they could have Clarion Conqueror, I guess. Let me think. What do we see? Like there's a fail rate associated with Snuff Out is the problem. I think I like how I think this is fine. It's a high floor deck, like high floor 60. So we moved a 5 and 1 anyways. So that was pretty neat. We moved a 6 though, to be fair. Why can we not just have like non 4 land hands? This is it's every time. I guess that's another 4 land hand, but we keep. I know, right? At least this is like cage immunity, so there's that. For that, for whatever that's worth. Ugh, I just cannot escape these 4 land hands. I guess that's my fault for playing like to respect Wasteland, but I think I have more 4 land hands than like anybody else. On the bright side, this is either a Safekeeper or would have been a fourth, I guess, evolution. Is it common? I don't know what other people do. Try to play the bare minimum. I think fetches are broken. So, let's cycle this before they bowmasters us. All right. 1 point for there's a strike against the web strike right now. I would have much preferred seeing a safekeeper or a evolution there. They blow up my land. I guess I'm not too unhappy about that. Sure, because we're just completely flooded. I know, right? The Eldritch evolution of elves. Say that. Say that 3 times fast. Um. Okay, we're getting somewhere. They're gonna fail us pretty soon. I feel. I would not want to see a back to basics here from the other side too. I know, right? I think the days of natural order could be numbered. We shall see. I really need to stop drawing 4 land hands though. Like, oh, we're in business. No need to attack. We are in business. That's through. Whatever. Not very good against us right now. We are in business. Um, it's more so how do they beat Wily Reliquary? Like, we can phase this out with Wily Reliquary too if we have like a relevant payoff. Uh, th- but they have outside of like Cauldra, they have problems against Wily. So that's annoying though. That is annoying. people playing Strix in a Bowmasters metagame? Yeah, now I can't attack. It's extremely annoying. Hmm. We can't cast the Oculus. That's awkward. I guess I cast the next white. Let's not attack with this. It's extremely annoying, but it is what it is. Sure. Yeah, we have to grind this game out with bossing now. Sure, thank you. Gave me a free shock. Here, let me type it. No thanks. Keep those basics intact. It's annoying because they're gonna bounce it. Sure. Ooh, I just realized it's annoying. I don't have the mana to bossing say right now. I don't have any more fetchables. Ugh, that's annoying. Let's get a Cradle, I guess. That's not bad. Ooh, just whiffed badly though. Can't attack yet, but we're not under any pressure. We still can set up the combo. We again, we're not gonna let them priest us here. They're gonna target us or target who? We have a fetch that we can sack. Should I allow that to happen? Keep the fetch. The problem with let's just we have extra fetches. Well, the thing is like I can't get both bossing say and the phase out on the same turn. Why does it even matter? Maybe I'm not understanding your question. I think I definitely want bossing say here. Yeah, that's why it matters. Also cut Gak because of Caracas. It's just too annoying. Okay, that works, I guess. Get the Strix like out of here. I know it gave up and it got one back. It got one back for us. Time to rumble. Oh, they got sweep. What the heck is going on here? Oh, I think they're gonna try to sweep. Interesting. That's annoying. Oh, okay, never. I don't think we care. Whatever. Oh, interesting. Why didn't they do that beforehand? So they can kill our white. Confused now. I guess I can flash the Strix here. That's like kind of annoying. Oh, they wanted it back because they want to do that. Oh, I see. Mm. Oh, we did them a favor not knowing about that. That's okay. That's annoying, but Strix is obnoxious against us right now. But people are playing it despite Bowmasters. Sweep? Yeah, that's what it felt like. They messed up. We're gonna go for the kill here. If they have swords, they would have used it already. Doesn't matter. Yeah, like I said, if they had swords, they would have used it. So that was pretty cool. Um, Definitely some suboptimal plays on both sides. We messed up like I think in like one or two spots. Ours was more minor than theirs. I felt like they left themselves vulnerable there by just like tapping out and then like yeah. So this I like not a clean game on either side. I don't think any like horrendous plays on either side, but theirs was a little bit bigger than ours. I think we had a little bit of sloppiness, but theirs was gave us the opening to win the game. I don't think it's why they lost the game per se, but like their Strix was definitely annoying for us. All right, so the count so far is Web Strike taketh, Web Strike giveth. Right, there was one time where it was kind of bad, and then another time where it was like pretty good until they like reanimated the Strix. But all right, I'm gonna take a quick restroom break. I'll be right back. That was kind of interesting. Like I said, the web sprite elite was like kind of bad, and then it was like kind of good. Yeah, I guess you can do that. Yeah, it's Bossing Sa and Water the Reliquary, and to a lesser extent, Elvish Reclaimer is pretty much a self-contained mini combo. The thing is, like, White is just so more efficient. Reclaimer, you can do the same tricks, but it's more mana intensive. It really pains me that I can't play, or I feel like Elvish Reclaimer has been power crept out of the format. I love Elvish Reclaimer as a card, but it has a little bit of an offense problem. Namely, it doesn't pressure the opponent well. It's very resilient and it plays defense really well. It just doesn't play offense particularly well. Is part of the problem. My opponent is on Storm. We don't have until turn 3. I feel like we're probably dead if we just keep this hand here. This is better, I guess. Turn 1 Thoughtseize into turn 2 White, turn 3 Evolution. Sure. It's not not a great curve, but not a horrendous curve. I think we better Thoughtseize now. We could be just dead right here. Like, you F around, you find out, right? Well, that makes it easy, I guess. What is going on here? Did they top deck what they needed? I think they did. Wow. Oh my god. Nothing I can do about that. I That's gotta be the take, right? Taking the brainstorm there with the guy's will in hand. Ooh. Okay. What can you do? What do you think, chat? Did I mess up there? I don't think so, right? Yeah, I don't mind the results. Like, I want to make the correct play, and in the grand scheme of things, I think things that will work in your favor more than often than not if you make the correct play. If I make the wrong play, let me know by all means. But I think for our purposes, I'd rather make the right play and lose for, but or then make the wrong play and win because then you don't learn anything if you win, right? Did we know the surveil before TS? Did we? Good question. No, they put the swamp in the graveyard. So really, it was like a blind, right? It wasn't like they topped the the Inferno Tutor. I think brainstorm is correct there. It does if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. I'm okay with that, but that was just kind of brutal. All good, no worries. Like I'm less interested about the results. I mean, obviously you want a 5-0 just for like scoreboard slash like so you can say it, but like in general, like these videos are more for me at least instructional purposes than anything else. Okay, let me pull up the sideboard map and see how do I board here because I don't remember. I think these are like I have some bombs, so that's good. Uh, Force of Vigor should be nice. I board out the Wild Reliquary. It's not particularly good against spell combo. Uh, Not a Bossingsa or a Talon Gates matchup either. Not an Oculus matchup either. Collector. Oof. Wet Strike Elite. Probably not. Like you have to get lucky to nab something with this. Mm, so awkwardly here, we can't evolution for our hate bear. Um, we can do it. We can do it like later on, but they can play through the graveyard pretty well. If we're gonna mulligan this hand though, like what are we trying to keep? I think we keep. It's not great. I don't love it, but we could like evolution for a collector oof. I guess that is a line. I don't hate that. Okay, yeah, I think that's the line to be honest. We evolution for collector oof. And then we have endurance backup in case they try to go through the graveyard turn one. So not I don't hate that. Would suck if they have like bounce, but you can't beat everything. I could hold up endurance, I guess. It kind of feels like we just jam now in case they like have discard or something. course, we drew the ley line, right? Getting punished. One card on top. It's gotta be. So we have to bank on one of the cards being the lesson. I forgot what it's called. It has been, but I think it's because I've been deep in the tank working on this deck. In the last 2 months, I've had some major breakthroughs. So at least for me as a deck builder, it's been fun. But I realize that might not be everybody's experience. Like I think there's so much uncharted ground with this deck that's why it's been fun for me. Excuse me, personally. Let's increase our clock. Oh, okay. Mm, they bounce it and then they can go through like they don't. I don't think they need the graveyard. I feel like evolution here for agent probably just like locks it up, right? Like there's no way they can beat that. Like, or actually, for forget agent, for Archon. Okay, do we want agent or do we want? Is there really a way they can? Yeah, yeah. Let's lock this up with. Forget agent. Let's get Archon. Probably got to. I think they got probably got some removal spell or something. The reason to get agent here is like if they have bounce and they want to bounce the agent, but and then they can't tutor for their out, I guess. Hey Ramar, how's it going? How is it going? Oh, you did? Okay, that's cool. Nice to see. I guess that this will be one reason to well, I was gonna say maybe this is like one reason to get a Archon because you can still attack, but Agent would have stopped him from tutoring. I don't know. I'm unsure now. Bounce spell. I feel like we're like hanging by a thread here. Like my opponent, we've given them too much time. Yep. So is Eldritch Evil the truth? I think so. It's been nuts for me. Oh, I messed up. It doesn't really matter, I guess, but I was supposed to like cast the birds first. I can't attack here, which is annoying, but yeah, I screwed that up. Doesn't matter. Huh. What can they possibly get? Do they have a removal spell? That would be annoying. Oh man. Yeah, ravaging Yao Guai would be pretty good here. Pretty good. I feel like I don't know. I feel like if I had gotten agent, I'd probably win that game. I could be wrong though. It's hard to say now. The problem is they can just do it in response, right? Like there's no way to protect. Bowmasters here would be pretty clutch. I don't think there's an out. I'm trying to think. What out could we possibly have here? We're about to lose here because of my mistake, but ooh, actually force the no, we can't even do that because it only clears two of these. Unfortunate. Unfortunate. I'm almost certain we screwed this up somehow, but live and learn. Ravaging Yao Guai would have been good there. Yeah. Hmm. Uh, I have not used a treadmill ever since I moved into our new place. Been busy, unfortunately, but it would be a good time to do so. It would go faster, that's for sure. So that one's on me. I feel like we screwed that up. It's like very tempting to take Archon there, but it kind of feels like we can't lose if we age into. Hard to say. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say, okay, this is fine. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that I think Agent would have won that game, but it's hard to say. Shields down. Pedal into Brainstorm. Feels like show and tell. Nope. Storm. A question I have, DC, if you're on or whoever's on, what is the correct Fiend Artisan Eldritch Evolution split? Is it four in favor of Fiend and three for Evolution? I would guess that's a split because Fiend Artisan is the creature and doesn't require you to sack, but Eldritch Evolution is like way better against like Stompy decks. Assuming we even keep this card is we'll see how it does. This is my anti-cage tech. I'm like trying to say like 2-3 steps ahead. All right. We gotta pray we don't die next turn. Ooh, this not being wistfulness is killing us here. All right, we'll see. I think we're probably dead. Yep. I think the Leyline of the Void can potentially be another creature. That is my like something I thought about too is like yeah, for sure, for sure. Yeah, the second safekeeper too. Like it turns on Oculus earlier if you need to do that. Definitely, like I've had trouble like hard casting it. Duress, sure. The secret here is to let them see our web strike elite, and then we board it out, right? Like they're gonna play scared around it. I think we're dead. I don't recall what's going on, but we're in the storm bracket now, I guess. Did we see all our cards yet, or no? Probably not. I think we did. I mean, we're super dead. I think. Yeah, there we go. Make them do it. None of these LSV tricks here where you board out the win condition. Make them show it to me. There you go. I have had that happen actually. I've been the beneficiary of that a few times where like my tracks is in the hand and then they just concede with natural order on the spot. I mean I still cast it because I'm like trying to get like Wild Reliquary or something, but it's just like funny to think about. All right, I think we've learned our lesson. This ley line looking real sus. Do we want the web strike? I don't even know. I feel like yes because of Saga, but it's not great. What are we boarding out here? One of that. Oh, the lands. I think everything else is like reasonable. Actually, I think we can cut a dork. As blasphemous as that sounds, and keep like the ceiling on this card is probably really high. If we convert, so let's go for that. We did miss last game though. We had to like okay. I think we keep and then like seize them on turn one. Here better than a creature, admittedly. Take their basics. Our game plan is gonna revolve around the evolution. So I just want to take their bounce spell. Dark Steel Citadel is interesting. I have a real choice to make between evolution for agent or evolution for Archon. I guess neither. I think I'm just gonna like ramp here. I need the mana like in the worst way possible. Yes, it. This is like redundant in a way I don't like. So maybe just cut this. Even though I love my free wins, but like it's a little awkward here for sure. And they won't go to the graveyard now. Ugh, I'm just out of luck, I guess. We needed to hit a land drop there, and we did not. That's kind of brutal. Do they have the kill yet? I don't think so. They real one Lotus Petal, and then they use any yet? No, they did not. So I think we might just be dead here. That's 3 mana. Dark Ritual gets them to 5. Sure. Oh, they're gonna beseech. Oh wow, okay. They got it. Not catching a break, but I think we also found a deck building error, which is this. Um, why are they? Did they just like screw themselves over? Oh no, they just want a higher storm count. And then they pitch the Oppo. They beseech tendril. Yeah, okay. All right. Note to self: Does Leyline of the Void a liability at the moment? Maybe I shouldn't board out 2 lands too. Like, although to be fair, like Basingsa doesn't even come in like untapped here, so whatever that's worth. What turn was that? Oops, Stowe's turn. 3. I missed the land drop, right? Turn 2. I did, yeah. Okay. Oops, wrong one. It was. We are 0-2 against Storm tonight, even though we're supposed to be the anti-Storm deck. Um, Something I realize is the redundancy is like in a weird way. So what I mean by that is, um, it was a little awkward there to have Archon and Agent, and maybe we just don't need Archon. Like I know it helps against like omniscience decks, but if we have Agent already, maybe we just don't. We just save that slot for something else. I would have really loved the ravaging Yao Guai there, but that's a different story. What else would I have loved? I guess Force of Vigor is not bad too. We'll see. The other tech I have is, and the problem is I don't really like this tech is because it eats up a lot of spots. Is you can like Fierce Empith for Alpha Death Claw. That's 2 slots. Not to mention if I play Fierce Empith, I feel like compelled to play Gak. Or I can just play those two and just consider that like a package. Dedicating 2 slots for showing that was kind of crazy though. What it does have in its favor is green. So I think I do like that maybe better than maybe I do like that better than what is it called? Maybe I do like that better than Archon of Maria. Because I can hardcast the thing more easily. Although it is 2 slots though, so that's something to keep in mind. Like a very narrow application, I think. This person has been playing tempo. We drew both Oculus. That's got to be an auto mole. We can't seem to catch a break right now, though. Although, to be fair, our deck is probably misbuilt. Like, playing it right now, it feels like the sideboard is. We screwed up. We screwed up there. It was a little awkward there to draw both Oculus, but that's neither here nor there. I think that is the minority of the case. They probably took the wild real quick. Well, maybe not. We'll see. I was very tempted to fetch Bayou there, but I did not. Oh, interesting. That's a thing. They days, they days. I don't really care. Sure. A fatal push right now would be pretty bad for us. How's the podcast with Inigo, by the way, Romario? Ugh, okay. I think we're gonna play this in 3-3 mode right now. This is a win right now for Webster. I regret not getting the Bayou though, because now I'm like, but I only had a one lander, so I didn't want to just like lose because of it. I figured I would draw the second one eventually. It just hasn't come. Okay. The reason why I play this as a 3-3 is because if they found a removal spell, Bowmaster or whatnot, I'm just not gonna get play magic. I think it was the correct call. I think it would have been greedy to try to like cycle it and then find a like because if I cycle it and I don't hit a one drop or a mana source, I'm probably not gonna play magic. So they're just trying to keep me off mana, I guess. Ooh, second web strike. Bossing Cell doesn't do anything right now. I think we just take the fetch land and like. They didn't have removal, which means which I take as they don't have it. They would have cast it on their end step if they had the remove spell on Wild Reliquary. Ugh, that's annoying. They have to block here though, or not. If they attack, they can't. Uh huh. Okay, that's interesting. I can phase out the Murktide, kill the other one here. I'm pretty ahead. I'm trying to think how would I lose this game. The greedy play here is you force the block, the Murktide dies, you crack kill on the crackback. Yeah, let's do that. Yeah, I'm. It's cycling is about to be a removal spell. No, not cycling. Sorry, the web strike. Actually, I messed that up. I should have attacked. Then I put them at 4. So that was a mistake on my end. If they top like a Bowmasters, then I deserve to lose. Probably just another white. Would be very unfortunate for us because I missed an attack step there. Oh, it's game. It is game. All right. I made that way harder than it needed to be. I had that game locked pretty early, and then just like gave my opponent outs for no reason. They're on Dimir. Should be a pretty easy matchup, I think. This actually looked pretty good there. Just more random flyers and just committing to the board, like because keep in mind it would have been an evolution or it would have been a safekeeper, and I think Webster would have outperformed both in that case. Like there's a world there where like we just don't have enough threats, right? Where it really gets better is like post port, Scans or Cage or whatnot, or just like random chump blocks on Murktide region, right? Hey Paper, how's it going? Um, yeah, +1 for the elite. Winning that race now. I think this is a keep, but it's like kind of sketch. If we top deck a one drop or a land, then we're just looking for the other. Good thing here is like our hand is redundant, so it doesn't really matter what they take. They probably take a Wild Reliquary, to be honest. I'll tell you what they aren't taking. It's the Once Upon a Time. Yeah, makes sense. Oof. I think we take the ignoble. I needed the top deck there to be land or one drop, and it was one of the worst draws in the deck outside of like Oculus. That's a good sign. I think we take the land. I mean, the hand we kept does have a fail rate, so whatever that's worth. I think in this case, I don't want to lose to Wasteland, so I'm just gonna like run out these fiends that are like mildly sized and continue just like fiend into fiend, right? Like they're definitely holding removal. I'd rather them remove the Borsa card and still be able to play Magic. uh, this is yeah. See, my game plan there. Once I knew like they're just on the kill all my stuff plan, no pressure. Is I'm just gonna like drop two drops every turn, and they're just gonna lose to that. Like to me, that was a force play. Like we just want to be able to just like continue to spam two drops, and then the way we lose there is if we like get Wasteland a second time. They were pretty dead in my opinion. They had no pressure. Now they were probably not as dead they thought because what a Fiend Artisan doesn't do anything by themselves. But my read is their hand was like permission. They probably have a force or something, and then like blue pitch, no pressure, and that I think that's why they conceded. That is my read, at least. I could be wrong. Uh-oh. SpaghettiOs. Not a card I want to see. I think we're playing against, like, Ruby Storm or something. That is not a card I want to see. At least not game 1, 2. Oh, Dredge? Alright, we're just hosed, I think, right here. The problem is, like, I can't even... There's, like, nothing to evolution into. Let me think. Is there... Yeah, I don't think there's really anything. Oh my god, I screwed that up. That's not true. I'm supposed to evolution to Oculus there. Alright, that's on me. There's actually still a chance that white is still correct here. Just so, like, I can, like, get going, so to speak. With, like, the bossing sort tricks. Yeah, well, I don't know why I didn't think it's an evolution for Oculus there, but that's neither here nor there. Does this deck play Force? I don't remember. Actually, if they had Force, they would have forced a white. It's almost guaranteed. That's actually kind of funny. Let's just pass, I guess. The good thing is they're playing around Bog that we don't have. At least not main deck. I think we want. Well, yeah. I guess growing is not a big deal. Oh, the first endurance would just, like, help a ton here. Also, the agent hasn't got me, like, any mileage in the 1.5 leagues I've played so far. The therapy and the bridges are kind of annoying here. Sure. Um, kill the bridges. try to win through combat, I guess. Not the best plan, but it's something. I think we get Gaia's Cradle just to like flood the board here. Crop rotation. What is going on? Did not expect that. This is getting real ugly real fast. Like, ugh, not having the first endurance here hurts a ton. Or even the first like any graveyard hate. Getting punished for that. At least I don't have any bridges. That's like the one good thing. Actually, they have a dread return. That scares me now. There might be some like Oracle or something. 6 cards left. Note to self. Maybe I need the. Although to be fair, I'm not trying to head against Dredge. Like I only know one player that usually is on this deck. Shout out Mafas. Vincent. I think I might have lucked into the correct play of Wild Reliquary there. Getting it online a turn earlier is kind of a big deal. What are they dread returning here? Does that trample? No, so it doesn't even matter. Don't care. They don't know what this has flying. I know, right? This is a mess. This is a mess. I almost feel like we should be playing defense now. Because, well, maybe not. Maybe that's not true. Like, how are we winning here? I don't think I'm blocking any of their like death touchers. How is it possible that they're finally blocking? What are we trying to kill here? They have like stuff. I'm assuming to like bring these back. Actually, can I just take the 9 here? I guess I have to block this. Discard your hand, draw 3 cards. They already have another Rhino, right? Yeah, it's like, let me think about this. Sorry, I apologize. I'm probably butchering this. Do I get the talent gates yet? Probably not. I don't think there's a reason to expose that yet. Oh, interesting. I think they're just dead here. Like they don't have blockers now, right? Like they have to block some of these big guys. Oh, never mind. They got the Ronus. Actually, they're just dead because I just phase out one of them. They have 3 bridges. Where are there all their bridges? I mean, I guess this doesn't matter. That was very very sloppy. Uh, me having 0 graveyard hate in the main like could have cost me there. That was very very sloppy. What am I trying to evolution for in this matchup? I mean, Oculus is not bad, right? Like, Web Strike probably not. Sylvan Safekeeper probably not as well. Talent Gate actually, ironically enough, may be relevant in this kind of matchup, but let's board it out for now. Bossing Stud to recycle a bog, I think, can come up.
Check out the thought seizes. Is there anything we want? Force a figure to handle maybe like a leyline sanctity or whatever. I guess the safekeeper is better than like anything else. I don't think I like any of the other stuff. So we'll just keep the Oculus in. There's nothing better. What is with these hands? This is the fifth or sixth 4 land hand we've had today. Uh, yes, I think so too. Like, I think this is now almost my second league with this, and Agent has had zero application in game one, like through 2 leagues. And I know the minute I move it to sideboard, I'm gonna pair into Cradle. Like that's just how those are the rules. Those are the rules. This is too slow. Ooh, okay. The one of. Eh, this is peak deck building here, right? Peak deck building. That's why you play one Leyline of the Void. They're screwed now. I'm gonna call game. Do we, do, what do we even want? Like, I don't think we want force to be honest. Just to keep the safekeeper maybe, like as a creature. All right, my opponent is hosed. They're probably just like what WTF. Okay, I spoke too soon about cutting Leyline of the Void. These are the highlights I live for. You open with a one Leyline of the Void. You 5 with a list. People look it up later, like, oh my god, they open with a one of. All right, turn 0 kill. 3 and 2 in this league. And what are they gonna do? Mold to the one Force of Vigor or whatever they have, or bounce spell for a one of? Like, it's impossible to play against. Yeah, for sure. That definitely got me as well. I was just trying to hope to get like fetch lands, but this I know, like I said, the minute I move it, I'm gonna immediately face against some kind of combo deck where this is like relevant. But I think this is an easy move to the sideboard. Move to the deck. That's like an easy swap, I think. Web strike. I think what was the final count? What 3-1? Like in favor of this? Anybody keeping track? I think it was 3-1. I'm gonna put that here. It was definitely bad one time. I remember that much. And then the other times I felt like it was probably better than what the other options were. I think the fact that we opened up with 2 evolution one time and kind of lamented it tells me maybe 3 is the right number. Even though against Tomb decks, I really want to see this badly. Like evolution into Oculus is kind of ridiculous. What else? I was gonna cut this, and then we just like I got a free win out of nowhere, right? Like, yeah, yeah, you definitely want to see the one just for the cheese, right? Like, evolution to Oculus, like, feels like you're paying 3 mana for a 5 drop. Like, this is like roughly 5 mana worth of spells, right? Like, exiling 6 is not that easy, in my opinion, Like, at least, especially not on turn 2 or turn 3. Like, maybe late in the game, but all right. Deck building is concerned. This card, didn't feel like we needed it for what it's worth. Like, right? Like, redundant in a not so great way against redundant in a not so great way. Like we played 2 storm decks and we lost. Not where I want to be, right? Obviously the first mind break trap has got to be like scary for our opponent, right? We lost the 2 storm decks. We beat the dredge deck, and then we like smashed the fair decks. Um, but didn't feel like we needed Archon here. I know it's good against what is it called? I know it's good against Omnitel, or the new Omnitel list, but doesn't feel like we need it. It seemed like it was bad in a. It would seem like it was redundant in a bad way with Asian. That was my like concern, right? Um, and to be fair, against the Omnitel deck, Age is not bad there too, and Age you can cast. This one you can cast, but not as consistently. Um, I don't hate like the first Mind Break trap or something. It's like impossible for our opponents to like play around. I'm playing like all these random like haymakers that just like one ofs that people just cannot play around. Like my theory at least. All right, here are my socials. I'll think about it later. The Rampaging Yao Guai would have been nice for whatever it's worth. But to be fair, also like so would have a lot of other cards in that spot. I forget what it was. Where like I don't remember, like we had like kind of an awkward board state. Um, yeah, no, for sure. I don't like Mind Bridge for paper at all. Like nobody plays. Well, not nobody, but it's definitely less. I think. Well, let me rephrase it. I think it's because all of the good storm pilots tend to play online, so there is a higher concentration compared to metagame with a storm on MTGO. Whereas I don't think that is true for other decks where like all of the top players, or just all the, not even forget top players, just all of their players play online. Like I think there's a lot of, I think basically all the storm players play online, and I don't think that is the case for every other deck. Let me backtrack and just rephrase that. All right, it's only 9. Uh, no, I don't think I don't feel like I want to try to like crank out another league. I think we got what we need to get out of this. I just need to think about like how to move this going forward. I think the first endurance main that seems like an easy swap for sure. Also, like kind of hard to play around too, right? For sure. I think the other thing I would consider is like the one fierce empath and the one if especially if you don't like Web Strike Elite, or you can play. Actually, no, that's not true. I was gonna say, technically speaking, you could play the first speaker, formidable speaker, so you can tutor for the web strike. But that feels so slow. I think if I'm gonna play like a disenchant effect, I want it to be like kind of on time, and the fact that this is not even efficient anyways, but it's value. I don't think I want to do that. It feels kind of slow to me. And then again, the reason why I'm not playing GAC, and I don't think I missed it today, right? I lost a storm. I won the fair. I beat Dimir, and that's what GAC is really for. And I beat Dimir kind of easily too. Like they just like conceded because I had too many 2 drops. All right. Anybody have any other questions? I think that was like pretty instructful. All right. If not, then let's go raid Horain. Thank you everyone for hanging out.